After you, we're gonna solve that mystery. Let's see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's new, Scooby-Doo? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, DACAT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. God, where's the hello, Dashi? There you are. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I guess we'll do a I guess DEVVE, right? DEVVE's probably the biggest one people want to hear about today, outside of the OMI and all that jazz. So taking a look at the I typically for DEVVE, because most of the trading volume is done over on Uniswap, I will go over to there. They're up about 10% on the day. So be advised, a couple of days ago, I don't know why I'm going to this one. I should just go to CoinGecko because that has the conglomeration of everything. So they're technically up 12% today on CoinGecko. That is just on the day though. The other day they were down to like 80 cents. They wicked down there. But they were 90 cents not too long ago. So about 20% since February 12th. It's the 15th now, so it's been a couple of days. And again, it was down to 80-ish cents the other day. At 92 cents, I think it was, if you were to put in a 5x long on MEXC, you would have been liquidated, I think, at 76 cents, 77 cents, give or take. But thankfully, that had not happened, and we were actually up. So huzzah. So the 5x long from 92 cents, or about 18 cents. So it's really 90 cents. So it's actually if you did a 5x long, you're kind of like doubled since then, which is I'm pretty happy about. Anyway, does this come off of any news? I actually don't believe. Actually, it might. I haven't checked since this morning. No, it does not. However, I did a goof. You have what is it? Digital art chick saying, I can be critical, but I always give credit where it's due. Solana does have the highest TPS of any chain other than BNB. And that's where I stopped reading. And then I went and shared, like, oh, I can't wait until people figure out that the DEVVE ecosystem is a layer 1 blockchain that can do 8 million transactions per second, has a T+0 settlement time, and has a major announcement coming soon, $DEVVE. I did not read the rest of Digital Art Chick's post where she had posted TPS equals total pull scams. I was like, oh, okay. All right, that was that. So, but I left it up there because it was funny. Anywho, let's go to the DEVVE ecosystem. See if they have any posts today. Usually on a weekend they don't. They did not. They just said yesterday, may you always find love that is built on trust, security, and transparency, just like DEVVE. Got to love that as well. Let's take a look at the volume for it here. It's about 841,000 in volume, so really not a lot. And again, it's not really that much higher than OMI right now. It is number 500, and again, it's got a lot going for it. But when you have, yeah, I know. But 841,000 in volume isn't that much when we've had millions in volume before. It's like, well, Chavez, this has 841,000. It's up 10% today. OMI has more than that and is down today. Yeah, I know. OMI's 988,000. It did have a million before, like a few hours ago, and then I guess in the last few hours it dropped a little bit. But this is the 4th day where it's had a million in volume at some point, and the million in volume that you have for it is, I'll see where it's split right now. I think MEXC, and yeah, MEXC got 250,000, and then Gate.io we have 320,000, and then outside of Bitmart, which is strange because OKX is usually the one that has the most volume. OKX is 71,000, not a lot at all, and I don't even see a Sendex on here. Sendex usually has something. They're always at like 140,000 or whatever. Uniswap Base says it has 157,000. Why am I not seeing? Oh, Ascendex 141,000. Ascendex, I never know. It always has like that amount of volume, always between 120 and 150. It never changes. Something I thought that was really interesting. Anyway, let's do. Speaking of, we'll we'll get to the rest of VeVe in a second, but I do want to go over Definiti real quick. Definiti pretty flat on the day at 2.5 cents. The volume is 1,700, so it's really not a lot at all. The volume on this is pretty pathetic. Guys, they're crushing it in their business model for Definiti markets. That's not translating to the token right now. That will at some point, once they're public with, hey, this is how much volume we're doing and this is how much we're netting, and everyone's going to be like, what? So right now at $3.8 million market cap, I think it's pretty undervalued. Fully diluted is 4.3. I think it's stupid undervalued. But this is the way of crypto. It's an inaccurate weighing machine, and I don't think it's going to go to where it should be. Even if it does go to where it should be, I don't know, was that a 30x from here? I think of where it goes where it probably should not go, which is probably in the billions of market cap. Yeah. So 100x from here is only 380 million. 1000x is 3.8 billion. I am very, very curious to see the height at which it goes, because again, whenever they do turn on marketing, whenever they turn on this utility, and they have that gaming repo rolled out fully, I'll be going to the launch party. I think it's going to be in Vegas. I'll let you guys know when that is. I'll keep y'all posted. And then DACAT. So DACAT, the token's not really exciting right now. There's 2,500. There is more volume on DACAT token. You're welcome, holders. Over the past 24 hours than Definiti. And Definiti has a list of like 250 clients long. Like, they're doing insane. Like, as hard as I am going to try, and you're getting the good old college try, you're getting everything from me on this DACAT project. I will never do the amount of volume. Like, Definiti, I don't even know if I can say it. Guys, they're grossing. I shouldn't even say that. They're doing a lot. They're doing well in the 8 figures that their volume is doing. Now, obviously, the margins when you go into especially like foreign currencies and precious metals, they're thinner than Kate Moss on a juice diet. But for crypto, their margins tend to be a little bit fatter. I will likely never pull in that type of revenue for DACAT. The DACAT revenue, again, you have this one thing on VeVe for the comic, which is great. Shout out to Chaos on Chains. Is it on Chains or on Chain? I never actually looked. Let me take a look here. Shout out to the Chaos on Chains for going in and helping to sponsor the comic. That's them over on X. Chaos_on_X. Chaos on the Chains. I'm sorry. I mean, we'll make 5 figures for this comic. We'll make tens of thousands. So we'll gross that. Obviously, some of that would have to split with VeVe. And then there are plans for other physical stuff, and actually more digital stuff as well after that. But unless this takes off to where, like, I'm planning for it to go crazy, and yeah, you could see that 7-figure revenue stuff in like years. But that's like, oh yeah, what if this one lucky duck, happens to be the one rare duck out of the 50 billion that have been printed for Jeep ducks, and it's worth, like $1 million. Like, that's never. Anyway, the fact that this has 2,500 in volume, and Definiti has 1,700 is a little strange. Speaking of little strange, and we're going with stuff that probably shouldn't happen. Let's go to Bamboo HR, and Bamboo HR is the stuff that does I guess the interviews and the job hirings for VeVe. I still have an events coordinator over there. Why they didn't hire VeVe Magic, I have no idea. Sure, they have a good again, I don't know who they're hiring or if they told her no. But I feel like with someone like that, like literally on a silver platter, might as well take her. And the fact that it's still up there, and I don't see VeVe Magic like celebrating, I'm just assuming that it's not happening. But anyway, the campaign lead over here. So and here's the reason why I want to go over this a little bit, is because you had a Lambo drop today, right? All of the other Lambo drops, even the ones that oh, there are too many mints. There are too many that, like, even those ones, um, they were not, they made more than today's drop. Now, obviously, again, we are at like peak bud, bottom of bear market. Like again, so like I understand that. Um, but for the marketing here, and this is why I think I'll read this about the role. I'll just read I'll read the whole thing about the role. We're on the lookout for a new campaign lead to join our growth marketing team. You'll play a critical role in supporting the planning, execution, and analysis of marketing campaigns to promote our collectible drops, like product releases, in order to maximize uptake and revenue. This is a full-time 6 to 12-month contractor role based in New Zealand or Australia. A little more on that later. Key responsibilities include planning, execution, and scheduling of go-to market strategies to ensure timeliness and speed to market. You have to oversee the development of compelling campaign content with product and marketing, including videos, graphics, and written materials. You have to assist in being the primary point of contact for internal and external stakeholders, including our licensors, regarding the status of the drop campaign. Influence the drop process to ensure the customer voice is heard. Participate in campaign performance analysis and drop result evaluations, identifying areas for improvement. All about you. What do they expect for the person applying to have? Experience managing compelling omni-channel campaigns is desirable. Experience working in business-to-customer environments in a digital first and global business. Ability to prioritize, to deliver, and execute in an accurate and timely manner. Pragmatic and problem solver, can work at pace and be solutions-oriented to deliver upon campaigns. They want you to have exposure to data analysis using metrics and KPIs to inform campaign decisions and optimize performance advantage. They want you to have strong communication and collaboration skills with the ability to form productive working relationships across a business. Confident working with external partners such as licensors to obtain the best outcomes. Passion for pop culture, entertainment, and being customer obsessed. Experience managing agency relationships is advantageous. Now, why VeVe? Collectibles industry, working with cutting edge brands and really creative people to deliver a fun offering. The industry is worth around $475 billion annually, and it's growing. You have remote flexibility. Remember how they said before, New Zealand and Australia? Oh, we all work remotely. Enjoy the freedom and flexibility of working remotely while collaborating with a diverse global team. Now, I don't know if they mean, hey, we are hiring in only New Zealand and Australia, but you can work remotely, like you don't have to go in an office. Or do they mean, hey, we are based out of New Zealand and Australia, but you don't have to be, we all work remotely around the globe. I'm really hoping it's the latter, because you're really going in and you're kind of putting yourself in a slim pickings situation where you're saying like, yeah, we want the best of the best, but only if they're from these two countries. And like, they're very small countries. Worldwide reach, be part of showcasing 200 plus of the world's best brands and community of customers and followers around the world. And we're scaling up. This is a brand new role, and our global team is adding more new positions in the coming months. So that's what I really like. Because any complaint that I would have, and I'll get to those, the fact that they say it's a brand new role and our global team is adding more new positions in the coming months is really bullish to me. Not in the short term. In the short term, probably still going to have some pain. And the reason I say that is because, okay, they just put out for this position. I don't know what the pay is. I don't know what I mean, for any type of startup, I don't even know if it's can be considered a startup anymore, but any type of small company, you do kind of have to like, okay, we can only afford so much. But for something like this, for this type of position, I mean, I don't even want to go over it. If you have this type of position in a company in like Norway, it might pay like 60, 80 grand. If you have a company based in New York, like the financial capital of the world, New York City, New York rents, New York everything, this would be a $200,000 a year job. But again, because they're based out of New Zealand and Australia, and because they can get probably someone from a random country that is, and that they've probably been good before, they could probably get this down to, again, I don't know, 80, 100 grand a year, depending on where they're from. Now, obviously, for stuff like this, you kind of get what you pay for. And somebody could be really good at local stuff. They could be really good at like, yeah, I've been a business owner for X amount of years. I know how to do this. I've done collabs with these brands. I've done collabs with, uh, local car auto body shops and like whatever, really good at that. But then when you get to that next stage and you're working with the biggest brands in the entire world, some, sink or swim, and some people do it amazingly, swimmingly, bad pun. And then some people and this is why I asked Ben about the developers not too long ago when he was on streams. Like, hey, based on the language here and based on certain things, like, do we have anyone from? Oh shoot! Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. Hey, what's up, Ben Rose? That was a Dark Knight Rises quote. When what's his name is talking about Bane, and there's a speak of the devil, and it shall appear. I wasn't actually calling you. He knows. But yeah, so when they say we're scaling up, and they're talking about a brand new position over here, this is something that is sorely needed because the Lambo drop today. And now I'll go over the positives first. In the past, people had said, "Hey, this is way too many mints." When like the commons or uncommons were, I think, like 1,700 mints or 1,500 mints, and they were right. And VeVe listened. They decided, like, okay, we hear you, fam. We will correct this mistake. And instead of putting something with like 1,500 mints for the common, they started off with 2 rares, and they both had 703 of them. Out of the 703 that they had, 50 were taken, the first 40, and then 50 random, or I'm sorry, I think the first 20, and then 30 random ones. So you're able to get the number 21, which is cool, but 50 of them were kind of taken off. This drop made like $11,000. That is less than a rounding error for Lamborghini. And again, this is a lot of complex moving parts that are here. Let's say if I have a ducky drop on my app, I don't have an app, just make for example, and I have a deal with them in 2022, and we strike a deal and say, okay, here's the drops that we have planned for the next few years. Because in 2022, things are still kind of moving on the downtrend, but things are still kind of moving. Yeah, cool. We can get them pumped. We can do this. And on the first drop, what did they make? Like $180,000 for Lambo? And now, granted, that was the first Lambo ever that was dropped. Is that the first Lambo on the blockchain? Now, I know for Aston Martin, I don't know if that was the first one on the blockchain. Either way, this was the first one on VeVe. So people got pumped. Aston Martin got pumped. And then when the news came out, wind the clocks back a couple of years ago, when the news came out, what we did for Aston Martin, where they tried on their own, failed miserably, and what they couldn't do out on their own, they did on VeVe because of VeVe. That set a really big precedent, and you have all of these car companies, you have all these people that they're working with, and again, David goes on and they follow. David follows Formula One, so I can't go on Instagram. I can't help but think, okay, we have the DeLorean, we have the Ecto One, we have Lambos, we have Aston Martin, we have I think we have like GM, which we like never use. And we go on and we have all these things, and I happen to think there's something bigger at play here. So again, you make the schedule X amount of years ago based on the amount of clients that you had at the time, and then things change in a major way. Crypto winter, bear market hits like a mother flapper, and all of these companies die. Not VeVe though, because again, VeVe has that special secret sauce. They go in and they say, okay, these last few haven't sold out, but we think we know why, because the consumers, which they're the ones that determine whether we're successful or not, are saying this. There's too many mints. There's too whatever. Okay, so so they changed it, and they're listening, and then what happened? This made $11,000, and it is again, if I'm a Lambo, okay, cool, whatever. Let's say they split that. Let's say they do whatever. But that doesn't necessarily excite me if I'm Lambo. That doesn't necessarily excite any other part. Now, if you're any other part and you're just looking for a new line item number, sure, yeah, you could say like, oh, we're in Web3, we're hip, we're cool. But if I'm someone that's saying like, hey, this is supposed to be a high-end car, and granted, that's why I think the prices stay at 70 gems. And that's why other cars are typically not like that. That is an issue. And the thing that I've said before in the past was, hey, I mentioned this when Alex was here for a while, and I kind of threw shade at the time, and I'll throw shade again. I would go in and talk to any type of writer for any type of publisher that mentioned Lambo in the last 6 months, and I would have said, hey, here's what we're doing over here. You've mentioned them before, and I get it. This position is something that would pay very, very small, and I don't know what it would pay. It would likely pay. Now, granted, that job is not worth that much. Reaching out to 200 different people that have written about Lambo they post about it on YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever, or however many people that have influence and say like, hey, what do you think of this? Out of the 200 people you could write, and you could probably write a lot more than that, you might get one answer out of 50. And might get one response out of 50. So you might only get a couple of people. And maybe those 4 people, if you message 200 of them that want to do it, maybe half of them say no. In which case you might get 1 or 2 people that say like, yeah, I'll write an article about this. And this like hasn't been done throughout like any of the drops. Like I think for Cookie Monster, we had like a Vanity Fair article. But that's something that position that you give to somebody, so like, hey, your job is to go like whatever drop we have, like Hershey's. We had a Hershey's drop yesterday, USPS. Reach out to every YouTuber that collects stamps. Reach out to all these people that collect stamps or Hershey's or whatever. And again, the job is monotonous. The job would be sucky, and the job would pay like maybe 30 grand a year because the job is not worth that much. But damn, there was nothing. Like there's a Medium article, which is great. We always have those. That's great to reference, but and I get it. This is like the 5th Lambo drop. Okay, the shine is kind of like not shining anymore. But that being said, again, Ben has been here for X amount of months, and there was a lot that had to be fixed, which he's been doing. I do not believe that he is doing what he wants yet. When you're a CEO of a company, you have to do what's called like your chores. And a lot of times as CEO, you very rarely get to work on the problems that you want to work on, because you're always putting out fires. You always have to dealing with hires. You always have to dealing with some type of BS. And, especially him having a family on top of that, it gets hard. And again, most of the time you're spending your time on stuff that you don't want to spend your time on, but you have to, because if you don't put out these little stove fires over here, they can become a big fire. But I think that in the next couple of months, like VeVe's going to get this right eventually. Like they have enough money, they have enough community, they have enough people. Obviously, we're in bull market now. Digital collecting will be cool at some point. It's like a doctor treating a patient that's really sick. And it's like, okay, well, antibiotics aren't working. Okay, well, it's viral. Okay, so this is some weird disease that I'm not an expert on. Like they'll find the right combination of meds eventually to treat that person, and it'll be fine. They'll get better. Ben is the doctor, and VeVe is the patient, and it's been sick and not. He'll get it right eventually. The right combination of certain types of marketing, the right combination of money being thrown at it'll happen at some point. It'll happen like by accident. And when that happens, it's going to be one of the most miraculous, beautiful things that we've ever seen. But yeah, and obviously it's very easy for me to like sit on my little bar stool here and to be like, oh yes, I would do this. I'm not running this company. I've never ran a company that was worth more than hundreds of thousands. Well, even if you say seven figures, this company goes obviously well beyond that. So yeah, let's continue on the. Let's get to some comments here real quick. Connor says, "Hi Randy, what's up, Connor? How's it going?" VeVe Zombie, what up, Zombie? How's it going? Thank you for being a member. Love you. VeVe Zombie says, Earth 2 to the moon. Let's take a look at Earth 2's essence. And that's so. I did go. It wasn't me. I had made videos months ago, years ago, talking about how VeVe needs to go in and follow Earth 2's footsteps. And dude, let me show you something real quick. Before I get to essence, let's go to Earth 2. And let's show something here. And any of their videos, doesn't matter. Let's do one from 2 months ago, Megacities. Let's go to like the middle of the video here. They have a video of just like the rendering of the landscape of what you can do there, tile art, and it's got 209,000 views. Earth 2's early combat mechanics. This looks dope. This looks dope AF. All right, hold on, let me. Looking pretty sweet. Obviously nobody's playing. You can't tell what skins these are. You can't tell, but you know, they have different biodomes. 262,000 views. And I was like pleading with views like, hey, can you like please do something like this? And they listened, and they started to do that. They've started to do that the past couple of months, I think, with their VeVeverse beta showcase. And you have a couple of people, like you have a couple of like, this is not just the company putting this out. There's the people that have built their stuff in the VeVeverse. Metaverse Life was the most recent one, and that was amazing. So they've started to do that, and slowly the hype around the VeVeverse now is bigger than it's been in quite a while. Because not only are they're showing really good art, like not Mr. MC1. Metaverse Life is doing. He's always done that. That's something that he's exceedingly good at. He's very skilled at it. But they've posted some teasers in there too. Like I mentioned the other day, what are those cities that are beyond what we can see? I feel like that's a line from The Lion King. Look beyond what you see. What are those cities there? What are those gray streaks that we see? Is that just something that's rendering and it's not supposed to be there? Is that a skyway? Is that a sky bridge? Is that a freaking racetrack? What they're doing now, I think people are really overlooking, unfortunately. I think it's a really sweet, sorry. I think it's a really sweet teaser that they've done. Anyway, let's, Bill Garner saying Earth 2 version 1 is live, and there are hundreds of users streaming videos of the planet. It looks better than we thought. So excited about this project. Yeah, there was, God, who was that guy the other day? Well, thank you for the super chat. There was a guy the other day. I'm never gonna find it. I think Shane had retweeted it. So again, it's how it looks is going to largely depend on like the computer and graphics card you have. And honestly, I think what this is, I cannot prove this. I have next to no evidence about this, but I think this is why VeVeverse has been delayed for so freaking long, is because Earth 2 had the same issue. It looks great on a brand spanking new computer with an awesome graphics card. But if you're like Pacey that has a 9-year-old computer and like no graphics card, it looks like PS2 graphics. However, if you have, all right, is it Austin Holmes? Yeah. Bruh. Bruh. How freaking sweet does that look? Like, again, if you are, put this there. Okay. That looks really cool. And again, part of the reason I think Earth 2 was delayed for so long, outside of the shit that Ben Gadenzi pulled, is because when Shane and them that have very good computers and good graphics card post these videos that look amazing, and then some people that don't have great computers, it looks meh. But obviously, as you said, there are hundreds of users streaming videos of the planet. Looks far better than we thought. And don't get me wrong, I had high expectations, and I'm still pretty satisfied with this. Let me look at the. Also, while I go in and take a look, see here, if y'all can just smash that like button. So free. Oh, got hiccups. Free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are doing what Bill Gardner does and smashing that super thanks and super chats and all that. Oh yeah, let's look at Essence here real quick. Essence, ESS. I don't want to go to Essentia. So Essence, and this, I got to get a little bit more eventually too. Up 1.7% on the day. It's 5.5 cents, guys. Earth 2 has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Earth 2 has hundreds of thousands of views every video. And they have a $16.7 million market cap, fully diluted. They have more users than VeVe. They have a fudge ton more. Like they have like 15 times the amount of users than VeVe. And their market cap, their fully diluted market cap, which we are not going to have anywhere near the amount on our normal market cap, because a lot of essence has been burned. Most of it has not been mined. This is stupid low. This market cap's gonna be like I should get more. This is stupid. Now that being said, it's like, okay, well, VeVe's making a lot more money. Yeah, they are. VeVe's making a lot more money. They have a lot better IP. Like Earth 2 has no IP. Earth 2 has like some weird coffee thing, and they have them and Mapbox, and then themselves. That being said, anytime they do skins, anytime they do whatever, they don't have to share that with anyone, which is fine. And it's like, okay, well, VeVe has VeVeVerse, and that can match Earth 2's, sure. And they have collectibles on top of that, and they have Stacker, they have all this stuff. Why do you think this is so undervalued? Especially when the metaverse looks like it might not run again. Like I understand Mark Zuckerberg be firing a lot of people over at Meta. But how much of those people being fired at Meta are because, hey, we no longer believe in this metaverse? And how much are being fired because Mark Zuckerberg has this turning over a new leaf thing? And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to ban people. I'm not going to look for reasons to ban people anymore on my platform. I'm going to say it's probably the latter. Now, I'm not saying that the metaverse squad over there is 100% safe. I'm pretty sure. Many in that section has been fired too, because Meta's kind of pivoted to AI a little bit. Metaverse is going to be great long term. That's the future. But Apple spent what, like $30-50 million marketing their headsets, and like, do you guys know anyone that uses them, like outside of like Dr. Profit? How many people do you guys know that have like an Apple headset thing and uses it? I know like 6-7 people, and I know thousands of people. Comment down below if you'd be like, hey, Chavez, I actually know like a ton of people. We all meet up every Wednesday. We all do that. Like, okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm wrong, and the type of people hanging out with just are not. Maybe I'm not hanging out with the cool kids. I don't know. But the reason why I'm still confident that the metaverse runs is because you have, and I'll just exclude the narrative, anything that's going to be easily manipulated and anything that people can go in and hype up, they're going to. Expect people to be themselves. And if you have like an Alex Becker, or if you have anyone that is going to go say like, yeah, I see the potential here, and I'm going to make a video, and it's not going to be a lie. Metaverse is the future. This is insane. These graphics, these are fun. Meanwhile, they know it's not going to be necessarily mass adopted for several years. They can go in and say like, I can pump this from let's say, I know fully diluted Earth 2 is $16 million market cap, but let's say it's like a $4 million market cap, probably even less. They'll go in and say, yeah, I could buy 1%, buy 40,000 of this, and then they could pump it like 20x and make several $100,000. Like, that is going to happen, and my God, that's why that metaverse narrative, I believe, will still happen. Is it going to be as strong as it was last time? Who knows? I mean, there's a lot more money in crypto this time, or at least there will be. Granted, a lot of that is like institutions. Not a ton of that is retail yet, but that will happen at some point. Anyway, oh God, where was I? Yeah, Earth 2 to the moon. I definitely need to get more. Argentina's opposition threatens to impeach President Javier Milei for pumping a crypto rug pull. Dude, that was freaking wild. Milei, I don't. The dude, we're comment F down below and pay respects. That dude needs to hire some extra security. When the sitting president of a country, goes in and pumps a rug pull, Jesus, man, oh my God. Posted out this thing Libra yesterday. It's like, yeah, to the moon, at $2 billion. It goes to like $4 billion. I don't even know what it is now. Couple 100,000. Take a look, see. Let's take a look. Libra, damn, $160 million market cap. That is nuts. That is, oh, damn. Ripping pasta. Yeah, this was literally 10x. This would reach a $5 billion market cap at the peak. Now it's 500 million. Oh wait, now it's 500 million. Hold on. Oh, these are wild. Anyway, yeah, wild times. Oh, it's only 160 in volume. Sorry, 500 million. But even still, down 90% in days, quite a lot. Anyway, let's do 16th. Yeah, you were late on this one. I have a lot of. I barely got to go over any of the news today. I'm sorry, guys. Charles Gregory says, to the moon, let's go. Walrus Crew says, hey, Walrus King says, hey, crew. What up, Walrus King? Thank you for being a member. Mr. MC1, hi, Randy and all. So Josh Emmett right now is doing a, I know Mr. MC1 posted about it. Let me go. So if you guys want to go there, I won't be salty. Right now, Josh Emmett is live on Whatnot on the One Punch Cards channel. I guess the last he was on, I forget what the app was. It wouldn't let me download it. It wasn't Whatnot. Oh, Fanatics. So when I went to Fanatics and I tried to like make an account, it like wouldn't let me. I put in a username, I put in a password, made sure it was, strong. And yeah, they're just like, nope. And I was like, well, fudge. Maybe it has something to do with like Ohio or something. I don't know. Wouldn't let me do it. It was very, very salty. But right now he's on Whatnot with One Punch Cards doing a bunch of stuff. I think there were giveaways as well. Bro, Earth 2 version 1 looks amazing. Bill Gardner saying at Sanjay and Zombie, giving him those dabs. Carlos Reed saying, let's freaking go, DACAT. Dude, I can't wait. I had the announcement yesterday for Chaos on Chain, or on the chain, and then we might have another little tiny announcement on Monday, and then so be advised. If you guys know any meme communities that are like marketing right now, it's like yeah, we'll be in it, we'll sponsor it, whatever. Yeah, send them my way. We're always looking for it. Now, be advised, I'm on page 40 right now, and I still have like a couple of pages left. So this is going to be like 42 pages. Let me go to my comic collection here. I think Aliens vs. Avengers #1. I think this was also like 42 pages. So I'm not going to be that salty. Does it even say how many pages it is? Could have sworn it did. Yeah, I own a lot of them. All right, 14. View details. All right, let's view these details. Yeah, 43 pages. Now, that being said, if I go to mine and I choose to read it, oh my God, there's an update for the Comics Reader app. This is another thing that okay, so you have an app.vv.me, you have a Stacker wallet, you have the normal VeVe app, and you have Comics Readers. Like, I feel like I'm one of those kids from the 90s that's got his Game Boy, got a Walkman, he's got a beeper, he's got like, can we just get it all in one, please? Anyway, let's go to my comics here. I feel like I'm super nitpicky today. I don't know why. Anyway, let's do Aliens vs. Avengers #1 and see how many actual pages there are. Because a lot of times there are not. So there's the cover is one. Okay, so it actually gets right into it. Okay, so there's actually 42 pages. Because the first page is the cover. So this will be, that's actually really cool. This will be around that. This will be about, I mean, I'm on page 41, it might be 43, around the same. Definitely getting a bang for your buck. I will split after this one is like written and kind of done, and I start writing the second one. I will split the time that I have between writing the second comic and then writing something else for DACAT. What is that going to be? I don't know, but the ideas are really strong. This is, and we're not just doing digital stuff, guys. With this is going to go. This is going to go really well. This one says, "Hi, Bill Gardner. Cosers love DACAT community." Oh, why, thank you. Why, thank you. I love you guys too. And Mr. Ben Rose, I always have to come in and say that how much of a crush on you I have, because I do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. I really do appreciate it. Even though I feel like whenever you come in, I'm saying stuff that you probably wouldn't like, and I'm sorry about that. But I feel like it takes someone, and maybe it should be private. I don't know. Still love you, hearts. I hope you still like me. Bill Garner says, "What up, Ben?" Mr. Emerson says, "Hi, Ben." This one says, "Hit the Lambo drop 3 times, 2 different rares, and the secret rare. You got it, yo, my man." Dude, there was somebody. I don't know if they were new or not, but there was somebody that they got the secret rare. I don't know if they meant, and they sold it for $70. I think there was a couple that sold for like high hundreds. I think you can get one now for probably like $400, right? There's the Gallardo. Where is the secret rare? Oh, 320. Damn. Yeah, you can get one for. I mean, the odds of, and you can get the number 12 for 35. That's no one's going to do that. Lowest listing. Come on. Why? Okay, there we go. Yeah, 320 for number 129. Doesn't jump. There's 2 at 340, 1 at 400. Then it goes to 599. So you really have to buy like a bunch of these for it to kind of pump. But yeah, let's take a look at ultra rares. Ultra rares 222. Huh. I mean, obviously, there's not a ton of these at all. Like how many of the secret rare should probably be a lot more, because I know there's like 200-ish that are available. Maybe like 183, because I think it's 203. Yeah, out of 203, take away 20. You're at 183. So this is like 22. There's only 22 of them that are out there right now, and I don't know how many more of these are going to sell from the store. I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22, dude. Yeah, that's got to be like, outside of the Aston Martin, like 1 of 7. That's got to be the scarcest one, right? It's got to be the rarest. No, get the heck out of here. Okay. Had to finish that set. Yeah, I understand. I would have finished that set as well. Also, Ben, check DM when you can. Sephiroth, the cat in the house. Let's go, Randy. Yeah, I love it. We'll continuously post about and talk about DACAT. That again, I will get more every week. As Bob is my witness. That is a Angelica Pickles Rugrats reference. As Bob is my witness, I will get more DACAT every week. JKRB, give me those thumbs up. Mr. MC1 says, McLaren GM of esports, Lindsay Eckhouse, and I chatted, and I told her about VeVe 2 years ago. She wanted to be on VeVe. but a sponsor is Tezos, and VeVe is not in Tezos. Damn. That is rough. But let me take a picture of that. Okay. Now let's take a look at, let's try to go over some of the news, because I've been, I'm sorry, guys. Where were we? Go to yesterday. Trump media authorizes investing in crypto assets. New York Stock Exchange files for a proposal to allow staking for Grayscale's Ethereum ETF. Next panel, I did that. The SEC is signaling a path to ending the Coinbase lawsuit. I think that OMI could get on Coinbase easier if there's no lawsuit, dare I say. All right, so this is something that should be like a military reacts, right? U.S. Army announces it will no longer allow transgender people to join the military. Obviously, anyone that's already currently serving, you're fine. I know there's going to be some backlash about this, and just let me give you the veteran's perspective of it. I don't know if I've served with anyone that was trans. Served with a bunch of gay and lesbian people, and they're pretty awesome. If I did serve with anyone that was trans, I didn't know it. I tend to like to treat people as individuals, and not, kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to generalize over there. But I'll say this though, that in general, military is one of the highest suicide rates out there. And what is another high suicide? Okay, well, a lot of people that are trans, they tend to have a high suicide rate as well. And when you mix those two together, it kind of like exacerbates the problem, and it is dangerous. And I know that's like, okay, well, Chavez, people should let people decide on what they want to do. And why should this person not have the right to fight for their country just because, they're maybe born in a different body? I understand that 100%. Everyone that wants to and is willing and able to serve your country should be able to. That being said, when stuff happens downrange, and not everyone makes it home, and it's not always because of combat related reasons. And whether it's combat related or whether it's not combat related, and somebody just unalives themselves just while deployed, this is going to sound very not good. They don't get replaced. They don't send somebody else. You do the job with just one less person. And when you have okay, to take this person that only has maybe let's say 1% chance of doing that, or this person from this group that maybe the chances of doing that are doubled or whatever. I understand why the Army did that. That's just one of the reasons why I'm thinking okay, maybe it's not the worst idea. But again, as long as somebody passes the physical requirements, mental requirements, if they can serve, they're willing and able, I say let them join, regardless. But again, I just wanted to go through that thought just from someone that I think is a little bit more, just give a different perspective. Anyway, I went over the chaos on chains. You promised that. Nope, I'm not going over that. Ever wonder? So there's people that are already reserved their stuff for decon. I have not reserved my stuff for. I tend to plan last minute. Team reach out. Pew. Meow, 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 meow. Let me give my boy. I'm sorry, I got to send a text real quick. He didn't give meow, 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 meow. New here. Get their info. Okay, cool beans. Open it up. The text gets bigger. Okay, sweet. McLaren is going to dominate F1 in 2025, just like 2024. And it would be awesome to have VeVe, to have on VeVe if that deal can be swung. I think so as well. Let me take a picture of that as well, because that is good. Moving on for the rest of the. Oh, I guess Moo Duck Fu Meow is a dish over in South Korea that I really want. The U.S. government sent $2.7 trillion in Medicare and Medicaid money overseas to people who were not eligible to receive it. That is 8% of our national debt. Medicare isn't going broke. The money is being stolen. Agreed. We need Department of Government Efficiency because we do. Oh, it was Austin Holmes 360. That was the dude that posted the gaming clip of Earth 2, which was amazing. BlackRock bought $22.3 million worth of Bitcoin on the 13th. Yeah, on the 13th. We've got spot Bitcoin ETF saw $70.6 million in inflow, which is nuts. Watcher Guru had posted yesterday, just in, President Trump's crypto czar David Sachs says some important announcements on digital assets are coming soon. And then our very own O'Milly Tees had said Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Coke, couldn't say Coca-Cola, Coke, Aston Martin, Lambo, Maserati, DC, Universal, Banksy, Capcom, Cartoon Network, Givenchy, KFC, MGM, James Bond, Star Trek, Sesame Street, Ubisoft, and all of these are digital assets you can buy right now safely on VeVe Official. My man, I think that got like 20,000 impressions. Get that bread, O'Milly. But then you have a couple of people that say, well, no, you can't self-custody these collectibles, so you essentially lease them. Like, oh, yes, they're not real collectibles. Well, O'Milly goes and says self-custody is on most 2021 shit didn't end up being as cool as we thought, to be fair. Shout out to my MetaMask graveyard, where I own 100% of zero, and the teams took mental health breaks and never came back. Then you have somebody saying self-custody is a must in Web3. It's a given, not a premium to have, allows you to control your assets as you wish, nothing to do with prices or demand of a specific collection. And O'Milly says, personally, I believe both are fine. I won't be a maxi for anything. I hold NFTs I love that are worthless as far as money, but I won't fade 100-year-old brands because I can't hold them in a MetaMask. LOL. Preach to O'Milly on that. I just had commented with Yas Bay, and that's it. I didn't even see what was happening. Oh, right. Oh, Mr. MC1, speak of the devil, says, congrats, Mr. 41, on 3 more Marvel MC1s, 1939, secret rare, to get 7 of them. Truly special and a privilege to own even one of the scarcest rarity of Marvel's oldest comic in the digital collectible format. 7 is just wow, and I know that joy, brother. Dr. Prophet, someday I hope to know the joy of 17. Heckin' nuts. Let's move on to a couple of comments. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe is just normal Edgar Poe. I see you. Give me the. Is that looks like a creepy photo, because there's a house, and then there's like a goat man, or is something hanging? Something's hanging in that, or something's on the snow. It looks really tall. Sabbath the cat is Dr. Randy. I need a doctor. I need a doctor. Sorry. Let me go to DB Crypto and comment meow. Love that man's. They did not sell many today, did they? They did not. I went over that before. They did not. In the future, good times will be rolling again, and they will get their stuff right eventually. But yeah, today was. Oof. Portfolio says hashtag shared by 10% of the community on every drop would do wonders for exposure and trending awareness. Probably, yeah. But yeah, like going over to Lambo, and I get it. Like, to have Lambo tweet something probably costs money. But even just go into their community and be like, hey, you know what? Just sign up for an account on VeVe. Have one thing in your wallet. You could buy a comic for like $1, and then we'll put you in a raffle, and you might be able to win one of these for free. $70 at retail, you get it for free. All you got to do is sign up, have $1 in there. Have one item in there, and you qualify. Honestly, this is what I would do for marketing in general. I would go to every single freaking meme community out there. I'd be like, hey guys, I would buy $1,000 worth of their meme tokens, and I would say, like, you know what? We have $1,000 worth of your meme token giveaways. All you have to do is go in and download the VeVe app, buy one thing on there. It could be a comic for just $1, and then you are eligible for these 3 things that I'm doing. I'm going to give some lucky duck $150, some lucky duck $350, and some lucky duck $500 of your favorite meme coin. And now, obviously, you can't do this with a community that has like 30 people. But if you do this with communities that have like let's just say like Squid Grow, for example, pretty wild community over there. DACAT also pretty wild. Now, obviously, DACAT, I will bring them on board anyway once the comic comes out. You'll have a lot of signups, a lot of new people opening the app, and then a lot of new people collecting and minting, because I will do giveaways myself for the DACAT token for people that get special mints, for people that own the set, for people that stack. Like, I'm gonna pull a Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. Again, maybe that's not a good idea. I mean, it's like, well, Chavez, you could do that, and they're one-time people. They come in, and that's it. And you could play with the numbers, but I would fudge it. Why not? Try it, right? So they sold 35 F1 car NFTs for about 4,500 each. Damn. And then 55 in season 2 for about 2,500 each. Double damn. That is a lot. My lordy. That was peak of the NFT. Yeah, of course, peak NFTs. Oh, there was I. Okay. Edgar Pose. I mean, VeVe selling Lambos today. Not many, right? Dad says NFTs are dead. Most NFTs are trash. Most NFTs are not worth the gas that was used to print them or mint them. But obviously, most NFTs in the world are like, hey, somebody could have made an NFT of this duck, and they could have been called tiger ducks with all these different traits and rarities, and they would have done really well in 2020, 2021. But now, obviously, you can't just have a 2D JPEG as a PFP. You need to have something. You need IP. Like whatever you want, VeVe has it. They have the IP. They look amazing. Able to play with them in AR. They're 3D. You take pictures with them. There's a lot here that VeVe has that most other companies don't. And then now you do have that other thing. Like, okay, what is the missing piece? The missing piece is just money. Back in the day, people were buying, like, VeVe had, I think, on their Captain America and their Fantastic Four Marvel Mighties, they had grossed over $1 million. Like I remember the Fantastic Four. I did it live. Fantastic Four drop Marvel Mighties, sold out in like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, bless me. And I was like, what? I remember it was like $13 a box. I got my Doctor Doom really early. He was like the second or third one I got. I kept going. And then I remember on like the 10th one I was about to buy, it's like, why isn't it let me? Did the site crash again? Did VeVe site crash again? Let's close out. Let's go back in. Did it sell out? And then like, again, like, that's why it was fun. Because shit sold out. Like, people bought comics that they never read, that they had no interest in reading. They bought comics like, I don't know who this Sidewinder character is. I don't know who this character is. Okay, well, why did they get them? Because even the uncommons were going for more than $7. You have this really, again, the missing piece of the puzzle is the fun, and the fun is people making money. And you get the secret rare, and you can make that money. You can get that bread. And there are still things that you can snipe, and things are undervalued. Like, I think a ton of things on here are undervalued. But that's the key thing. Like, how do you get people to come in? How do you get the fans of these IPs to come in and collect what you have? And that's literally a like $100 million question. You can find out the answer. Speak up. Let me get this over to him. Okay, will do. Yeah. Grail. That is a grail. Okay. Planet of Empire says, Edgar Poe just addressed that for you. I did. And I assume you're in your 20s. Edgar Poe, and your dad might be a young dad. He might be, in his 40s. But there's a fair amount of dads out there that kind of don't know a lot about Web3 or crypto. Like, was there 7% of people in the entire world in crypto? Yeah, most NFTs are not worth the gas that they were used to mint, but the stuff on VeVe, pretty heckin' awesome. And when you have these gaming skins, like Off the Grid has a few of these, they'll go insane. All of these will go when that finally comes out. That's going to be one of the catalysts to launch NFTs again. Bill Garn, thank you for the super chat. Saying Earth2 E2V1 is alive, and there are hundreds of users streaming videos of the planet. Looks better than we thought. So excited about this project. Same fam. Same. Avatar says Quaff the Lambo. Nevermore. Nautilus on Spectrum 3900. Smash that super chat button. Smash it. I don't think it was 200. It might have. No, it wasn't. Maybe now it's like 12 or 13,000. It's close. It not, and they'll probably sell it at some point. It says the latest samurai skins look so good too. I don't think I got the latest samurai skins. Yeah, I have not. I haven't met anyone in the real world who has Apple Vision Pro. Rip. Thank you for being a member. How to propose the Vision Pro is very cool, just not much to do with it. That's also a fair point. Fair point. Well, is it hard to justify 5K? It is, yeah, especially when you can put that in the crypto and get that bread. Try no headgear worth that. I mean, if you're worth a lot of money and you're not doing and you have just like 30K sitting there, yeah, I'll get it. I mean, I wouldn't do that because I'd put that 30K into crypto, but obviously, yeah, you have a it's hard to justify, especially where you could put that money to other uses. Jason Pena, thank you for being members. Of Mr. MC1 and Mr. Rolex buying up boxes of UFC to the dome. Love it. Yeah, everyone should be supporting Josh Emmett. He's one of the celebrities we have here. He's a great guy. Bitcoin BMW, thank you for being a member. It says, if VeVe is still sponsoring Joseph Parker, I say he does have a title fight on the 22nd. Is that just a one-off deal? I might have been just a one-off deal. So that's like, I'm being super nitpicky tonight. I'm so sorry. I wish they could do something with Josh Emmett. Like you said, you're coming out with a sports vertical. Awesome. Yeah, Joseph Parker. He's great. He's literally been a champion. He's literally has a title fight coming out. Like, that is a great start. I wish they could have done something with Josh Emmett. Maybe we can get something with Bobby Carpenter. I know him. He's been on here before. Maybe I would like to do something like that. Because when you say you have a sports vertical coming and you have one person, and I love Joseph Parker, not really much of a sports vertical when you have one person. So, and I get it. They're probably saving it for the bull market. Like, Chavez, do you want us to launch this super amazing person that we have right now when we have like 800 people a day? Or would you like us to launch this amazing, spectacular person when we have 8,000 people a day? Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Probably 8,000. Yeah. Good point. Good point. As the Vision Pro is very cool. I've heard many good things. Those you can buy the entry-level model for about 3K. Ooh, nice. OMI says OMI needs more attention, and that will flow into VeVe. The sleeper must awaken. You are preaching to the choir there. Why do you think my goal is 1 billion OMI? Because this is going to skyrocket at some point. Hopefully it's not for a couple of months. Hopefully it's not until after DEVVE goes boom. And when DEVVE goes boom, I'll do a little sell, and then I'll roll it into OMI and Affinity and DACAT. Anyway, you have Graham BRN over on Twitter saying, does it play? I've just tested this. You cannot pair a disk drive to a PS5 if PSN is down. Given that my collection is physical, my PS5 Pro is effectively bricked until PSN is up again. The amount of people that were on that, like, I get it. People, you can like physical as much as you want, but clearly where the industry is going, they're trying to get people to buy as much digital as they can, because until the PSN is back up and you only have a physical collection, it's not going to work. Now, obviously, that would be fixed relatively quickly. This is why digital versions are. That's why they're being pushed, and VeVe is so ahead of the curve. Foster Hill had posted today, "Hey fam, I don't touch on my personal life on socials, but my youngest daughter was admitted to the hospital the other day, and my focus is currently on supporting her and my family as she recovers. Will do my best to respond to anyone who has reached out or has questions as soon as I can. Your support and patience is very much appreciated." Guys, if you want to show love to Foster, just go to his status and just comment hearts, loves, and whatever. If you can refrain from trying to message the man for like a week or two, probably a good idea. Just because obviously he's dealing with quite a bit right now. Anyway, Cigar Airline will be worth more if burned. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it's definitely already very, very rare with like 22 mints sold. I mean, never mind. Just check Dave Parker website. He doesn't list VeVe as sponsor. Okay, so it was a one-time thing. I'm still going to watch the title fight though. And by needs more tension, I mean things that will make OMI price rise substantially. Coinbase, big utility burns, land sales, pretty much anything from the original roadmap. Damn you, Gary G. Yeah, Gary Gensler was an asshole, and I'm not going to lie. I hope horrendous things happen to him. Maybe not that. No, he deserves it. He's just a fucking asshole. Anyway, be advised, Coinbase isn't going to make us pump when there's no reason to buy. Again, you're on BitGet. We're on OKX. We're on like top 20, and BitGet let us go because there's no reason to buy it because people were not buying the token. Now that seems to have changed a little bit as we have a little bit more volume. But guys, Coinbase is not the end all be all. Coinbase is great when you have a reason to buy the token and you have volume. But I would not want to waste Coinbase. If there was a button that I could press, and if I pressed it, we'd be on Coinbase like tomorrow, I would not press it because I would rather have Stacker rolled out. I'd rather have the affiliate program rolled out. I would only press that button after those things have rolled out. VeVeverse. Give us those three things, and then I would press that button for Coinbase. Until that happens, I would not want it. I could have that button in front of me, and I would not press it. So I hope that you guys understand the logic there, where again, no reason to waste that until people can talk about it. Big utility burns. I mean, they had 5.5 billion that they just burned from the business development wallet. Pretty big. Land sales, I agree. Those should be back on the table at some point. And yeah, preach. Also, I love your doggy. Love your doggo. There's this Max Verstappen is going to win again 2025. Red Bull for the win. You got that bread. Do you identify as a cat? No. I mean, I identify as a human. My genetic make. I guess human characteristics, human body. I think mostly human mind. I like cats. I love cats. I think cats are freaking awesome. I'd like to be a lion. Lions are freaking goat. I mean, I'd like to be a lion for a little bit. It just it sounds like a hard life. House cats are cool though. It's chill. House cats got easy lives. I don't. If I could choose, I don't know. Wolves are cool too. I love wolves. TV Crypto says DACAT. Gotta love DACAT. I love my. Should I do a? I have like no money. See what we have here. Let me go to. Yeah. I will get. I said I'll get more DACAT every week. When? I don't know. Maybe I should do Saturdays. I've gotten a tiny bit more DACAT now. But I'll get more soon. Eric Miles says, I like it, but market it in a way that is more physical, maybe. Just can't stand these cameras. Oh, okay. So actually, the thumbnail for this video, which I haven't been able to go over yet because I haven't. Big Shot or Big Shot Toy Works says our Nounish Friends Series 1 collection on VeVe Official sold out in 2 hours and we're cooking what's next. Thanks for your support. This is what I like. Now I know Big Shot has like 7,000 followers on Twitter, so it's not a lot, but Nownish has over 250,000 followers over on Instagram. And if they could go in and be like, yeah, let's post about VeVe with their 250,000 followers, I think that'd help. It's like, well, Chavez, didn't all 4 girls from Blackpink do that when they were coming up for Blackpink? They did. Did it help? Not a lot. Why do you think it would help this time? It's going to happen at some point, and I want us to fucking try. I'm sorry, that was me. We are trying, and they're doing it, and I just don't want to lay over and die. I don't want to be like, I know I'm like yelling at myself here. I don't want to say like, oh yeah, let's just, wait for the narrative to hit and then we'll market. No, I want us to have that work ethic and be able to say, no, we never gave up. We kept trying. This is something that, yeah, all you other mother flappers, all you other losers gave up, took mental health breaks and never came back. But for VeVe, for the fam and the company to say like, no, we never stopped working. We never stopped building. That is such a major flex that nobody else is able to do. And I don't want to not try because there's fewer people here now than we would like. I want us to keep trying, and like, so this will work at some point. Ben is more determined than I am at getting this to work. He is hell bent on making this work. He will get this to work, or he will drive himself crazy doing so. Same. I'm at his beck and call whenever he wants, whenever he needs anything. Be like, Chavez, we need you to do this. We need you to stop doing this. Whatever, it's fine. I'll do it. Ask, what's that famous JFK quote? Ask not what VeVe can do for you. Ask what you can do for VeVe. I see people all the time. Let's go do a test here. Let's go to my Twitter, right? Oh, we have comments and critics sending love to Foster Hill from Cali. Let's go scroll through this here. Tina Garcia posting about her meat that she got on Valentine's Day. I know that says that's there's the meat. They're super happy with that. What is this? All right, Swampy number 5, working for his bags over there. Reposting casual. I guess casual's on a karaoke open mic night, singing all that jazz. Good for him. Keep on doing it. Sponsored by VeVe. Keep getting that bread. Whole Mars catalog. Big Tesla guy over there posting about Trump. Dr. Strange, again, working for his bags, posting stuff about the Collectors Hub from Collectors Hub. And then you have Dr. Strange also posting about eBoogie. I don't know what eBoogie does. Crypto, NFTs, culture, people, love life, comic shop, all that. But there's a lot of people. I don't know what Kong season is. All right, so OMGina. I'm going to call her OMGina. It says, I keep telling you, sweep this floor. Whale almost out, and it's going to rip. Very sexy, very demure. I have no idea what Kong Realm is, but she had reposted one of her posts from 4 days ago. Got 2,600. She's working for her bags. I see constantly. I don't see it right now, but I see constantly a bunch of people. I think I muted them all because I just kept seeing them. People constantly posting and reposting stuff that have to do with their bags, and you have to work for it. What did Lorelai Gilmore say to Rory about having a boyfriend? Your boyfriend's kind of always just been there. You've been lucky, but sometimes a girl's got to hunt a little bit. Sometimes you have to work for your bags. It's not just be given to you. You have to constantly go out there and reshare and repost and requote and comment. And it's like, Chavez, why am I doing this? It just gets more awareness out there. Yeah, you could sit and wait around for VeVe to do the marketing, and they'll get to it eventually. Or you could start now, and you could help. And if everyone just does a little bit more, if you're on Twitter anyway, like if you're on, like, clearly if you're on Twitter, maybe you're working, maybe you're networking, whatever. But if you're on Twitter or X and you're just like, Hey, I'm just scrolling, doing whatever. You find yourself on TikTok, yeah, I'm just scrolling. If you find yourself playing a video game, before you do that, be like, you know what? Let me go retweet one of VeVe's stuff. Let me go retweet one of Randy Chavez or comment like on about VeVe on anything. And that's it. Just do a little bit more. That's it. I'm not asking like, yeah, it's full-time job, 20 hours a week. Let's go. Um, just do that. If everyone did, if the 216 people that were here just did that, just be like, hey, you know what? I like VeVe Digital Collectibles. I like VeVe Official. And you just do that shit. Like that shit works. Um, and again, there's the small amount of people that are here. Anyway, let's move on. Eric Miles is making money will never end. We do need fun. Just make fun activities. Plenty games. Yeah. So in VeVeverse, I really think you're going to be able to drive your cars. It doesn't seem like they would give us roads and they give us all this stuff to not drive them. I think you'll be able to drive them at some point. Maybe not at first, because we do need fun. Yeah, agreed. Community raid review. Yeah, let's go. Community raid. Let's go. So it says 96% of NFT collections are considered dead. Agreed. There are indications that NFTs could see a resurgence by 2025. ChatGPT. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Reverse even real. I mean, at this point, I think you're just a troll. So it says it's BMW, not BMW. I don't know what that's in. It's Bearschick Motoren work. Oh, BMW. Oh, it's BM. Oh, okay. The German. Yes, it is BMW, not BMW. Yeah, I get that. But as an American, that's what we do. We don't call it BMW or Volkswagen. It's BM. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Volkswagen as well, not Volkswagen, right? But yes, BMW. But that's just how Americans pronounce it. Do you like Kanye? No. Well, I should rephrase that. Some of the music is good, and there are some things that he has said on podcasts, and some things that make sense. The absolute disgusting blow up he had the other day on X, no, very bad, bad. Mr. Rolex pulled a 175 Khabib checked auto. Sick. Yo, that's amazing. Checkered. Yeah. Jason Pena, thank you for the update. Eric Miles.8 says, smart. Don't want community volume to trash you because they are always impatient. Yeah, they do be impatient. 96 are dead. So let's go back to what your dad said. I can't find it. They're probably very cool. You're not over there. You're on. I mean, your dad says as a general statement, NFTs are dead. If most of them are dead, then they're not all dead. Charles says, let's go, Randy. Your shoes are awesome. VeVe and OMI seem like a giant spring being pulled back and ready to launch. Agreed. When does that finally launch? I don't know. We'll see. I would say sometime in Q2. Argentina's president Javier Milei orders investigation into Libra cryptocurrency rug pull that he promoted. A little late for that, but I guess better late than never, right? Yeah. Thoughts on Elon Musk's new baby mama? Dude, yeah. So let's start with the left. The left be like, yeah, another baby that Elon Musk is not going to take care of, not going to be a father to, or the women that what happened to women supporting women? I've constantly seen women say like, what's wrong with these women? They need to be checked, like mentally institutionalized. Like, bro, like, are you jealous that they got like one of the most powerful men in like the world, that baby with them? So let's go to like the middle. Be like, oh, all right, Elon, don't you think you have enough kids? The right would just be like, oh, bro, yeah, Elon, look at that, another hot chick he had a kid with. Go, Elon. And then you have, I guess, more towards the middle. Let's try to look at it like, all right, whatever kid he brings into the world is probably going to be fairly well taken care of. Their money is never going to be an issue. There are plenty of people that don't have dads, and I'm not saying so. I'm not trying to justify or advocate his position here. And I don't know. I assume he's probably an okay father. Assuming here, I have no idea. But when you have the IQ and intelligence of someone like that, for the good of humanity, you should probably have as many kids with as many competent women as possible. And I don't think he's having kids with like idiots. I think that each one of his kids has the potential to be great in the future and a positive impact on the world. I think he's one of the most net positive impacts on the world that we have today. And the more kids he has, I think the better. In general, people should probably have more kids because, if eventually Earth's population is going to split and we want to be multiplanetary, we should probably have more kids. Especially when people are living longer. You need kids in that as a number. You need them in the tax system, paying taxes, earning, and all that. See me, I'm not doing it. I can't do that. I think it's fine. I think that the way that this woman is treated is like horrendous. It's like people that are using the hate that they have for Elon, which most of that hate I think is very unjustified, and they're using that to like attack this woman and say horrible things about her. It's like, bro, like if you are, let's say, on the left and you hate Elon because you hate rich people, you hate success, like whatever the reason is, and you have a daughter and you're talking shit about this girl, be like, and like you're in a sense telling your daughter that it's okay to hate certain type of women. And I mean, I guess that is, like, if you're a horrible, like a Nazi person, or if you're just a horrible person, yeah, it's okay to hate people that are just net negatives in the universe. But this woman, to my knowledge, didn't do anything wrong. Maybe she had a baby out of wedlock. Okay, yeah, should probably not do that. But again, when it's Elon Musk, kind of do what you got to do there. Generally, you should not have a baby out of wedlock. Generally, if you don't want to be poor, finish high school, have a job, and don't have children out of wedlock. That solves like 90% of problems right there. But yeah, in the same way that, like, and I'll blame the right on this too. Taylor Swift is a bit of a lefty, and the right doesn't share her politics, and because she came out for Joe Biden. I don't know if she bashed Trump or not, or if she just said like, "Hey, I'm voting," or if she came out for Kamala. I don't know if she bashed Trump or if she just said, "Hey, I'm voting for Kamala because of X, Y, and Z." This was the perfect opportunity for normal people on the right to go in and say like, "Hey, you know what, Taylor, I disagree with your politics. I'm glad the Chiefs lost because they've been winning too much and this whole freaking thing is fixed." Said, but you know what? My daughter still likes you. People still like you. You make good music, even if you don't like her music. This was the right's perfect opportunity to take the high road and be like, you know what, Taylor, you might disagree on stuff, but your music still rocks. Or, I hope you continue to be a good person that donates to charity and entertains people, these hundreds of millions of people and billions of people out there. But they didn't. Everyone was just like, oh, that horrible, horrible woman. I'm glad you lost. I hope you break up. And it's just like, music sucks, not even that pretty. And it's like, dude. So what my thoughts on, not necessarily as much on his baby mama versus like how I'm seeing other people treat her is kind of gross. Again, I think a lot of that comes from misguided hate and undeserved jealousy, or maybe again, most people wish they could have a baby daddy that's a billionaire. It just never happened for most people. The page says, will VR remain niche while AR goes mainstream, or could both fade out like 3D monitors did after the hype in the early 2010s? I never remember 3D monitors being that huge. I do remember them though. In the early 2010s, you'll buy Avatar if you owned a 3D monitor. I'd never owned one, monitor or TV. I know they were there, but I don't remember them being huge. Like, I don't remember them ever going like mainstream. I think eventually everyone will have the AR stuff. It will. I don't think that it'll go mainstream, maybe like 2030. But that doesn't mean that the narrative won't hit. I still think the narrative will hit. But it's pretty common in very rich families that the nannies pretty much raise the kids. Yeah, agreed. I if I ever have kids, it would like I would. I am not. I don't like kids. I don't. Maybe when they get to like age like 6 or 7, they can like play a video game or like understand some like adult or just understand things in general. Cool. I cannot do the baby stage, the toddler stage. I cannot handle nonsense. I cannot. That is not my forte. That is my kryptonite. Again, when you get to an age where you can talk and have a good sense of like, there's a pressure in my lower abdomen. Probably have to go to the bathroom. Like then by all means, kids can be cool, especially when they get older. Like when you really start to, you can like talk like deeply with them, like 8 or 9 or whatever, and you can start teaching them like really cool stuff. Yeah. Pokemon's awesome. Anime's like I'd love to like do that. It's like shit I do all the time anyway. Love to do that with kids. But yeah, the first like 5 or 6 years I could not do. That would not be I would not be good at that. Ecomi Philly says hit 80 million today, bruh, my man. I want to get more. I can't get more. Don't have the monies yet, but soon, brother. Patience. See what the rest of the crypto is doing today. It's really flat. Bitcoin's literally down 0.1%. ETH down 1. XP. There's nothing that's up or down above like 4% in the top 10. And yeah, OMI's down about 3.5% to about 0.027 million in volume though. First comes the volume, then comes the pump. Anyway, I think that'll be it for me today. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm or Algore's rhythm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashy. Oh, my back. Oh, God. Bye-bye, Dashy. What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna...